what's going on, everybody? This is Zero here. We got a little bit of Diablo 3 going on, recording this commentary live. And this is a bit of an update on what's going on with my critical mass build. And last time I posted anything about my crit mass build, it was very weak. It's still pretty weak, to be 100% honest. 57k DPS, even buffed, only goes up to 63k. But my crit hit chance is up to 32.5, crit hit damage 112. And I got some pretty good all resist numbers, and movement speed is also lacking. Need to get that up. But Paragon 15 now, which means plus 45 magic and gold find, and that's been bumping up my intelligence as well. What I'm really focusing on now is trying to get new bracer, new shoulders, and a new belt. The belt, shoulders, the bracers are really lacking. The only thing these bracers really have going for it is that it has a 4% crit hit chance, but even that isn't that good. You can find them with 5. It's just a matter of getting all the stats that I want on there with the crit hit chance of 4 or over. 5 would be more preferable, and actually, bumping up the rest of my stats is gonna, for a good price, it's not that easy. Even with 1.6 mil, I mean, I've seen some of the sets, rare sets that I want to get of bracers are going in the millions, and I'm just not willing to pay that much for just another rare set of bracers. And the same thing can be said about my shoulders and obviously the belt. I mean, I'm really holding on to the belt because I'm just hoping that at some point, I'm getting some good legendary drops on my farms. Well, they're not good, but I'm getting legendary drops. I'm just hoping that miraculously I'll get like a witching hour or something along those lines. I got also been doing some Leoric Signet farming, which hasn't worked out for me at all yet. Even with all my Magic Find gear on, bumps me up to 400 Magic Find, and it's just not dropping yet. So I just continue doing the farm on Inferno. Right now I still can't really handle much more than MP1, and I usually just stick on 0 because I can get through it quicker than anything else. Well, really what this whole video, the purpose of it is that some people that I've met recently through general chat in Diablo have really changed my opinion about the community for Diablo 3 as a, overall. Basically, I was at the point where I didn't even want to keep playing it because I thought the community was just so backwards and so rude and so selfish and greedy. And then I met some people that totally changed my mind about that. And in particular, one guy that I met, he said, why don't I show you some farming routes? And he did. And then he not only that, but he gave me gear. He gave me a great legendary helmet for 100k, and then he proceeded to drop a bunch more rare gear on me for nothing. He just gave it to me. He said, this is going to help your critical mass build. Put it on there. And I've met a few people like that in random chat where I've been talking about the build and things I need to make it better. And a few people have been saying, hey, you know what, I have this, it's extra, you can just take it. And that really surprised me. It took quite a while for me to find some people like that, some generous, just people that are having fun playing the game and playing with other people and having a good time, to really change the way I was thinking about the game as a whole. So now I'm really enjoying the game a lot more. I know a lot of D2 players really hate the game, but I really wasn't a D2 player. I mean, I have played D2, but I didn't really get deep into it. So that's probably why I'm enjoying Diablo 3 quite a bit. And now that I've met some good people, it's really what has made the experience. Had I not met those people, then I probably wouldn't be playing it anymore. And so kind of an apology video almost, as to say sorry to the community for, even though nobody knows me in the community, but just not everything is as it seems at first, and there are plenty of good people in the D3 community, even though there, let's face it, there is a majority that really take advantage of people that don't really know what's what in D3. So it's nice to have found that, and it's nice to have kind of had my faith restored in this community, because once you do find a good section of the community, once you find some generous players that don't mind helping people that aren't familiar with everything in Diablo, it can really change the way both the way you see the game and the way you play the game, because people help you to figure out ways to level Paragon quicker. People will, help you with giving you gear that would benefit your build without asking you for anything in return. And that is what makes a community a strong community, is if you have players that are willing to be generous and kind and helpful towards new players. So yeah, that's basically the gist of it. I was on Diablo, figured I'd record a little bit. My build's working pretty good now. I don't really have any problems in Inferno whatsoever. Once I start upping the MP, things get a little hairy sometimes, and I miss my timing on my crystal shell or something like that, and I go down. But right now it's pretty great. Really enjoying playing Critical Mass Wizard. Also leveling a Barb who's almost level 50. So yeah, things are looking good, and hopefully one day soon I'll be able to get in on an Uber run once I get my gear a little upgraded, and that's something I'll definitely be uploading for sure, is Uber runs once I get to the point where I can do them. But there's a long road ahead for Paragon leveling before that becomes possible, and I'm not looking to use any exploits to Paragon level either. I just want to do it naturally, and it might take me a little longer than some people, but that's fine by me. I'm enjoying the game. I enjoy playing with people and chatting and having a good time, and if it takes a little longer than some people, then that's just fine. It's not a big deal. So I guess that's it for today. Just a little update. I don't think really many people paid attention to the first video about the critical mass thing. I'm not really, Mr. Diablo, so it's not that interesting to anyone that really knows Diablo, but it's a progress report. And let's put this guy down and call it an end.